In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to do all the basic shuriken line tricks. These fundamental tricks include the Pop 360 shuriken, the btwist shuriken, the full shuriken, and the Cork shuriken, and everything in between those. Let's start with defining what the shuriken actually means. So the shuriken is an outside crescent kick landing on the kicking leg. And the landing can be either in mega or complete. This is the mega and this is the complete. And naturally, the basis for the shuriken is the outside crescent kick, and it has to be very strong. When you are first starting to learn shurikens, make sure to drill your outside crescent kicks a lot. Also, work on your hip flexibility. I have a great tutorial on that, so check that out. At the same time as you are working on your outside crescent kicks, start working on your Pop 360 and Pop 360 shuriken. The Pop 360 shuriken is the fundamental move. It teaches you basically how the shuriken variation works, and it's the easiest takeoff. You're basically jumping off 2 feet and spinning just 360 degrees in the air, and you are being completely upright. It's the way to go, and it teaches you the fundamentals of the shuriken, being how to lead the move with your kicking leg and how to open up the hips. Some would call this a Pop 360 hyper, but this is not a hyper because a hyper is a defined landing stance. This would be a Pop 360 hyper because this is how the landing stances in tricking just work. So basically, this is the complete landing. This is the hyper, this is the mega, and this is the semi, if this is the direction we are tricking towards. And the 2-leg takeoffs are like this: backside, backside, front side, front side. So for the Pop 360 shuriken, you are starting it by doing the front side pop setup, which is kind of like a J-step where you put down the right leg. Then you just pull your arms in, spot your target, kick through and open up your hips. And by opening up the hips, I mean this. And as you can see, I'm bending my right knee. This gives this move the epic shuriken look. And then you can start moving to the next step, which is the cart bound Pop 360. And this is a good one because we are going to use this as a stepping stone towards the cart backside 7 shuriken. You may not have heard about the bound transition, but it's basically any sequential transition followed by a unified transition. And here it is: vanish and pop. So this is how the bound works in this case. So we do a cartwheel, land 1, 2. This is vanish if we go from here, but then instead of vanish, we go to pop, and therefore it's a sequential transition followed by a unified transition. And then when you feel comfortable enough with this, we can start going for the cartwheel pop backside 7 shuriken. And for this one, it's extremely important to fully commit for it after a cartwheel and use your right arm and spot your target. And it's alright if it's leaning back a little bit, and this is actually just 90 degrees off the full shuriken. The full shuriken doesn't really have an inversion criteria. I define it by just putting 90 degrees more twist into it than this one. So instead of landing in mega, it lands in complete. And the reason I'm teaching the full shuriken before the btwist shuriken, for example, is that it's just a much more natural process going for it from the Pop 360 than the process going from the Pop 360 shuriken to the btwist shuriken. And we are not even talking about the Cork shuriken yet. And when you do the full shuriken, or actually any shuriken, the idea is to draw a circle with your foot, or at least a half circle. And drawing the circle is achieved by opening up the hips. The next step is the btwist shuriken, and if you already can do the full shuriken, then the btwist shuriken will be quite easy if you just have the btwist. And you can practice a drill like this for the btwist shuriken just to get the move in your head at some level. This will help you figure out how to set up for the btwist and then how to kick the shuriken out of it. You will generally just get used to the movement pattern a little bit more. And then when you do the actual btwist shuriken, you want to use your right arm and spot your target like this. Again, the move is driven by opening up the hips, driving the foot towards the ground. Then we are starting to approach the cork shuriken little by little. So our first step is actually not even a cork, it's again a full or a backside 7 shuriken, but done from scoot. Because now when we are doing it from the scoot, we are not cheating it. Like, if you think about it, the cartwheel versions are always like 90 degrees cheated versions of these fulls and backside kicks. But the scoot actually lands in true backside. And if you take off from the scoot to, for example, backside 7 shuriken, it's the same position that a swing 7 shuriken and a cork shuriken take off. But those are just done from one leg. When you can do already the cart backside 7 shuriken and the cart full shuriken, the scoot backside 7 shuriken shouldn't be a big problem. It's just 90 degrees more twisting. And then again, you progress from this to the scoot full shuriken with the same principles as with the cart full shuriken. Kicking harder, twisting a little bit more, using your upper body to twist a little bit more, and opening your hips a little bit more. But that comes with kicking harder too, so yeah. But now it's time to transition from the word of full shurikens to the word of cork shurikens. And for a cork shuriken, you maybe need to have a cork, but it's not quite necessary. Let me explain. The cork shuriken is something that is driven through with the swing, but again, also with the outside crescent kick. The cork, on the other hand, is done through twisting and flipping. But when you do the cork shuriken, you really don't have a clear flip in it, because it just wouldn't work. It would not be a shuriken. The basis of the cork shuriken is not a cork, but a swing 7, at least when I do it. And because of this, having a strong cork is not necessary before learning the cork shuriken, or at least the swing 7 shuriken. But how do we land on the kicking leg in this one? Basically, you just work on it like you worked through it with all the full shurikens and stuff. You can start little by little landing more and more on your left leg or your kicking leg, because you can also be a right side twister, so your kicking leg. And when you first begin to learn this, you can kick very little. Just do a very small kick and land on the leg that you are kicking with. Do it from either J-step or scoot or whatever you think is the most comfortable for learning. And then when you're starting going for the cork shuriken from this, you're just basically leaning a little bit more back, kicking a little bit harder, swinging your arm a little bit more upwards. Like, it's very basic things that you need to do. But hey, thank you so much for watching the tutorial from the beginning to the end, and I hope you will get something out of this, and see you in the next tutorial or next video or whatever.